LeetCode problem number 3, longest substring without repeating characters. So this problem gives us a string, and our goal is to find the longest substring or the length of the longest substring without repeating characters. Right. So for example, if we have this string, the output will be 3 because the longest substring would be this ABC or this, since there's no other substrings that's longer than this and doesn't have repeating characters. Pretty straightforward. And my solution to this is to use a sliding window technique where I use a set to basically store all the characters in the current substring I have in the sliding window, right? So what I mean by that is, let's say I have this, and I think it's better if I convert it into an array just to visualize it better. Right? Okay, so imagine if we have a string. So first things first, I have my longest 0, and then we have the left pointer, which is the left part of the window, and a right part of the window. Right. Okay. Then I have my set. Okay. So this set will basically store characters in the substring, like I mentioned, and I have a for loop, right? This for loop is used for the right pointer, right? So now let me just right here and then left here. Okay, so the first thing I do is so this for loop does not trigger because our set is currently empty. So we just skip this first. I'll come back to it later. But we insert the first character we have into our window. Right, sorry, our right is actually here. Okay, and the first character in this case is A. So we include A inside. Then we calculate the length of the length of the current substring we have. And since the current substring is technically 1, right? There's only one character, so our longest now is 1. After that, we increment the right pointer to 1, and now our right is over here. Alright, so now I try to find B and see whether or not B is inside of my set. Since it is not, I insert B into the set I have, and I calculate the longest again, which in this case will be 2. After that, increment right again, so right now is here, and I try to find C, right? I cannot find C, so I don't do anything about it. I just put C into my set. I calculate the longest again, which will be 3, and then I increment right again. So right now is here. Alright, so at this point, when we try to find A, we do find it, right? Since A was at the start, and there's a duplicate character in our current window. So what we do is, what I do is I erase the first character we have, right? Basically, we are shrinking our window and then incrementing left, right? So we remove A here and then incrementing left. So left right now is here. All right, after that, we insert A again, right, from this right pointer. And then we calculate longest again, which in this case will still be 3. Okay, let's move on. Increment right, we find B, we remove B, increment B, increment the left pointer, and then calculate again. It does not change, it's 3. And then again, increment right, put in, back then here, we have to insert B. So B is here. After that, we only increment right. And then we can find C again. So we have to remove C. put in C back from this C, and then increment it again, right? Okay, so this will basically go on until we reach the end of the string, basically. So if, let's say, if I were to have another character here, D, right? Since this right is incremented, oh, sorry, I forgot to update by 6, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'll update the left and right pointer number. But yes, since now we have a new character, D, let's say, so we can't find D, so we insert D, D is here, and then we calculate our longest again. And since our longest now is actually 4, so we have to update it. And then we move on, increment left, right, increment right pointer again. Okay, here we is trying to look at B, and since there's already a B in our current window, we're actually removing the left character, removing A, which we have to remove this. And after that, we still can we increment the left pointer, sorry. And we still can find B, right? We still can find B because we have not really removed B yet. So since our left pointer now lands on B, so we can now erase the B from our current set, and then increment our left pointer again. So now our window looks like this. Everything looks fine. We insert back B, calculate the longest. The longest is 3 now. There's no duplicate characters, and so basically that's why here we have to use a while loop, right? So it's to make sure things like just now that example where even though we removed A already, we technically did not remove the duplicate character, which was B in this case. So we have to keep removing the left pointer's character, incrementing the left pointer, and then only when we reach the duplicate character, we remove it, then only we can continue on. Okay, so after that, once the for loop ends, basically right side reach the end of the string, we will just return the longest, which in this case will be 4 for this example. Okay, that's all I have to show. Thanks.